Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik. Welcome back to more of Animal Crossing. Let's go to the city and the city folk. Right now it is 8:54 PM on the 20th of June 2023, and we're going to get right into it. This is the Calm Before the Storm episode. In case you don't know, 2 episodes ago now, we did a bit of inventory, and we realised that we have enough flowers to technically get a perfect town. And then we can upkeep it, we get the gold watering can. It is all how it is. And I decided we're going to give ourselves a little bit more time just to soak in that fact vibe. Because, it's like, there's a few complex motives. The main one is increasing, like, the margin. So we have a few flowers as well. We've got a few extra now. But I think the main one is also, I'm slightly paranoid. As Tina left... you have. Someone might have moved in her place, though, which is interesting. And a letter from Dad celebrating Father's Day. Yes, that was this past Sunday. But also... I think I've said this before, I'm very scared of the prospect of this series ending, so yes, I am, this whole, let's take a breather to get a bit more, I'll save that actually, because I think I get a different one every year. But this is another flower. Oh, Father, if only you knew. Only you knew. Just how much that comes in handy. But what was I? Sorry, you may realise my train of thought's quite easy to lose when I have, like, multiple things converging in my head to talk about at once. But, that was it. Yeah, no, one of my other reasonings was, get a margin on stuff, but also, in the event dandelions don't count as proper flowers, we have more normal flowers, and then we use dandelions as the very last resort, which is, horrible, in terms of forward planning, but, it kind of works, if it takes longer for us to technically get to that point. But yeah, no, it's like, this is just me also dragging the series on for 2 more episodes, because I enjoy recording it, and... we'll walk around, we'll grab our flowers, we'll go to a Scudorm somewhere later. What would I say? It's like, I know what some of you are going to say in the comments, or like maybe just be thinking, watching this, and it's like, if you enjoy the series so much, why does it have to end when you get the perfect town rating? Like, I know that'll be a thought on someone's mind, and unfortunately, I don't have a very good answer for you, other than that that's the last major thing we can do in the game that feels like a milestone. Like, that sounds horrible, like, in phrasing. But, like, if you think about what else there is to do in the game, there is get the Silver Slingshot and the Silver Net, both of which are RNG-based, I believe. Get fishing tourney trophies. Anything beyond, what we're currently planning to do. It just kind of feels like we're stretching out artificially. Whereas this, it's like a big milestone, but it's really the last big milestone we've got. So once I've done with this, it's kind of difficult to justify the series existing from beyond that point, as annoying as it is. Like, keeping the series going purely to be like, yeah, we'll talk to my villagers and, attempt to get that gold axe. It's like, it's good and all, but like, at least in my head it makes sense to bring this series to an end. Or at least put it on life support after this segment, which is like, I know, it's weird, because it's like, I enjoy it, so theoretically I should keep it going forever until I don't enjoy it anymore, but I'm like, I treasure the series, and I don't want to forcibly make it overstay its welcome, because I'm very happy at the current state it's in. And what's this now? You can't carry any more stuff. Damn it, it's all the axes. Oh no, I did not intend to buy the net. And that's my take on it anyway. It's like, I get the perfect town, and then the series will end immediately. The second we get the golden cow, it will not be the last one. I think, I intend to stick around for a little bit, for all those of you that kind of went, when I mentioned daring to end the series. It's not over yet, and it will not be over the second that we finish perfect towning. But that'll pretty much be the death flag. Like, I want to breed some flowers and stuff, just because I think, I like how hybrid flowers look. I think it's nice. And then, I think I'm going to do that. Definitely going to just vibe for a little while anyway. Making hybrid flowers and stuff, kind of chilling. And maybe try and do some additional goals in that time, but I'm not going to keep the series going until every goal's finished. Because that just doesn't feel right to me, It's like, I'd rather have it end a little bit short and feel disappointed than to have it go on forever and have it feel as though it overstayed its welcome and kind of ruined it. At least that's my 80 cents on it. Don't know why I said 80 cents, but that's how I run through it. If you guys have any counter arguments to that though, or like you kind of see where I'm coming from, do let me know in the comments. weird topic to start the episode off on, I'm aware. Again, I could be proven horribly, horribly wrong by how future me acts. But at least me in the present moment, I think. The reasonable thing to do is end the series once Perfect Tower's done and we've done a short while extra of like flowers and stuff. I just think that makes logical sense. Anyway, drop these guys and our contingency only but grows. It's like, I know what one of you are thinking. It's like, but if you just purposely mess up the Perfect Tower and do all the flowers, then they all wilt, and then you have to spend even more time getting all the flowers, and it's like, yeah, but you guys would punch me if I do that, because it's obvious I'm stalling for time. Either way, bulletin board, flea market, oh, no, excellent, went back to April, didn't intend to do that, Father's Day, and the bug off. Actually, while we're here, I believe that will also signal Nook's shutting now as well, so we got out just in time. But we'll run in and we will save the letter from Father and see. We'll actually see if it is any different to what we've had in previous years, if it's worth keeping. So, let's find it. So we've got Cookie, Jack, Jingle. I've got Cookie ever lived here, but what do you say? Just writing to make sure you haven't forgotten what today is, hint it has something to do with your dear old dad. Yeah, no, so we do get different ones every year. Have we perhaps... What are these ones from Mom? Are these birthday ones? This year I'd like to be a better mother. Oh, no, okay, that's New Year's. If we really only got one of the things done, then yeah, I got Cube, J, oh, man. Blast from the past looking through these, but, you know, there always make an effort to save the letters of villagers that have moved away that I like. But checking there, it's like, oh my god, you were here God knows how many years ago. Like, the first saved one is from when Cookie moved out, and you know that was a long time ago, because that was before I put villager pictures in you know, in the thumbnail. It's like, oh, that's a while ago. It's like 3.5 years ago, at least, probably more. Oh, God, I like the history about it though. Yeah, no, that reminds me. At some point, I definitely, like, even if the series is due to end at some point, I don't want to lose this town. I think I've grown very attached to it over the years. At some point, I would like to make a form of backup for this town. I think that's, we'll tell us in this, but I think that's fair. I just think having a backup of this town to put on a different Wii, if my Wii U suddenly packs it in, or you know, my disc breaks, or maybe like time passes. I think just having a backup of the town somewhere on like Dropbox so I can revisit it years down the line would be cool. And no, it's Phyllis. We'll chat to you in a bit, but I do want to make a backup of this. The issue is I don't know when. Like, I assume when the technical series end would be, or like maybe just the sooner the better. Because I don't know how to diagnose how our Wii U is doing, and it's showing me no signs of dying, but maybe I just don't know how to look for those signs. Like, this might be the last video, and last chance I have to make a backup of this game off my Wii U, you know? It's like, should I make one now and like intermittently do it from here on? I don't know. I think, now do it when we get Perfect Town. You know, like that's, what, an episode 2, 3 away? If my Wii dies then, or in that time, I'll be very annoyed, but... You know, I think making one when I've got the golden can is definitely a good point to say, okay, this is where the backup is, and then we can make future ones as and when we go along. Anyway, how are you doing, Phyllis? Hey, I've seen you here before. Oh, well, yeah, how's it going? Great, Phyllis, now he's going to think you were friends. I do not think we're friends at all. I know you resent me. Your thoughts are, in fact, out loud. Hee hee. Anyway, I think it's fountain time. You know, favourite part of the episode. Can we remember the answers? We've got an ongoing thing with this. Started doing it technically last episode, where we're going to try and see if I can get my way through to a correct outcome without using a guide. I've got a guide bookmarked, but I'm not allowed to pull it up until after I've done the fountain, if that makes sense. But first things first, how are you doing, Punchy? Whoa, Daniel, hasn't it been like 2 weeks since I yammered at you last? I'm so sorry. Gosh, time really flies when you're sitting around playing video games. So what have you been up to? I've been so busy. Absolutely so busy. Yeah. Really? Were you training for that pancake eating contest too? I did have pancakes the other day actually, so probably. Well, now that that's over, we should get together and train for the fun stuff doing fun stuff contest. Fair enough. I will train for the doing fun stuff together contest. Anyway, let's do this. Can we make this work for once? Sigh. Well, what now? My hair's all frizzled out, my mascara is running, I got ripping my favourite toga, and to top it all off, people throwing axes at me. A handle hit me on the head and left a huge bump. You're the one who threw the axe, huh? I came out just to see what kind of person throws axes at cute fountain goddesses. Oh, why do these things always happen to me? Well, so much for the fountain guide. Just took our axe that time. Right, sick. Don't really need to pull up the guide for that one, do I? I don't think there's anything I could have done better or worse. Frees up our inventory by one slot, though. You know, our axe collection has been ever growing. Ooh. Anyway, let's sell down these last 2 flowers. I assume there may be a few more, so we might need to do a little bit back and forth in the in our house, but that's fine. We'll persevere, probably. Ah, yeah. No, that was it. To continue the discussion that we were having earlier about this series kind of ending, I did believe a few episodes ago we did open the prospect, and I said I'd think on it, of potentially moving to a second character. Not fully completing the game, just moving to a second character and like paying their loans off and stuff. And I'm not sure if I ended that one conclusively or not, I left it up in the air, but the general idea, I believe, because one of our houses is like right near the thing, and I think my whole idea with that character would be literally create them for like all of like a few episodes and just make a nice beach shack, but don't fully expand it, you know, keep the nice rustic charm of a small house. And I don't remember what my ideas were for the other one, but I think, again, there are avenues I can do to keep this series going on. And like, if I can find a good enough reason to keep this series chugging along, trust me, I will. But I definitely did have that on my mind, although, at least in its current form, to me, it doesn't seem as though that would last all too long. Maybe future me will prove me wrong, but you know, I think the beach shack one is nice, and then I don't know what to do with the other ones, but I don't know, the idea stuck out to me in between recordings, and I was like, I figured I'd mention it again, because that does intrigue me. It's like, hopefully I'm making enough sense where it's like, hopefully you guys can like understand the dilemma I'm in, where it's like, I don't want to end the series, but I know I kind of have to. It's like the mature thing to do, which is actually in shocking contrast to the description of this first series, where I believe I call myself emotionally attached man-child, or some variation of that phrase, and it's like, I agree with that. Even though it's kind of a different thing, it's like, I think at the end of the series, me growing up and ending the series purely because it's the mature thing to do to keep the series' integrity. Like, I think that'd be a funny parallel, but also, nah, that requires me growing up, and it's like, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. It's like, I know, I'm one of you going, aren't you 20? What do you mean, grow up? You're like barely no longer a teenager. And I was like, yes, you're right. God knows I'm not equipped for the real world. Oh, God, this episode really has been all over the place. And the recording I did directly before this as well wasn't much better. It was just Wii Sports Bowling, but we managed to go, like, obscenely off the rails. It was mental. Was downstairs where... I'm trying to think what happened. Because we cleaned up a bunch of flowers and put them away last episode, didn't we? But we ended up fully filling up our dresses, so we do have to start storing stuff in here again. I had one episode of liberty, and now the liberty comes to an end. Either way, there's no space to put anything down. What do you mean? There's plenty. Nah, this works. It's gonna block in that single area here. Yeah. Either way, yeah, no, I forget the Horizons is a bit more lenient when it comes down to throwing items. And then we push them forward, because... It's like, yeah, the heat, as of late, has definitely got to me, though. Let me know if it's bothering you guys at all. Especially if you're in the UK. Like, I think I had this discussion last season, so last year even, so I'll keep it, quick. But UK heat genuinely is unbearable because, oh my god, we're so humid. Like, it is insane. Anyway, pop you down. Yeah, I find it funny that we spent so long last episode cleaning up all these rooms to be free of flowers, and then the episode after we're like, we still gotta find a few more, and then come back in and throw them down again. Although this room's mostly free of flowers in any, like, intrusive way, which I'll appreciate. So I like this room. I worked hard for this room. It was a nice goal getting this room. So, of course, I would like it to remain in upmost condition. Like, honestly, this room saw a goddamn very good glow up from what it was previously. It's like, I like this room. Whenever I come down here and I, like, look all this stuff and I realize I earned it legit, it was like, it soothes the soul in a very special type of way. Oh. Anyway, we're only at the 15-minute mark, which is kind of odd. I was expecting the fountain interaction to at least go on marginally longer than it was, before she just took our axe and left. Ooh. You have fleas, Yuka. You have fleas. And I know just what to do with him. What? Fleas? No. How could I possibly have fleas? Someone gave them to me. Someone did this to me. Oh, just wait until I find out who. And now what we're going to do, for the good of all humanity, we're going to send that fucker to a watery grave. So long! Yeah, if you don't know, I have like a personal vendetta against fleas. It's like, bruh. I dislike them more than like any other animal on the planet. Anyway, how are you doing, Daisy? I like your umbrella. Well, champ, it's been a while, hasn't it, Bow Wow? How many weeks has it been? I'm guessing 5, but I can't say I've been counting every day. You were cuddle on the tired side. Seriously, what have you been doing to yourself? No, I don't want to know. Just try to take it easy a little bit, okay? What have I been doing to myself? Good question. On a similar note, I kind of fancy, like, ordering from a dessert parlor nearby. But I know that's what the kids would call... It's not irresponsible. It's a Tuesday. And they're 10% off... No, they're 20% on Just Eat on Tuesdays if you order over a certain amount. And if I get my brother to order with me as well, then he can pay some of the bill, and then I don't tell him it's 20% off, and then it's like, you know, less cost overall, and it's like, oh, you genius. I'm a piece of shit, but I do fancy desserts. And no, I don't think my brother's actually feasibly in to want to order desserts with me, so unfortunately we're going to have to scrap that plan. I am in the mood for ice cream, though. Like, this heat's getting to me. I guarantee it will take an hour to arrive, purely because of demand. Like, this heat today is insane. Especially because I don't think I've mentioned this. I have to turn my fan off and shut my window when I record. A, so that I don't, like, inadvertently disturb the neighbours. They've never complained, but it's like, I'll shut the window just so I'm not disturbing you or minimise the chance of disturbing you anyway. And I turn the fan off because otherwise it makes, like, I'll turn it on and you can probably hear the difference. Like, I won't put a noise gate on this one, but if you wait for it to pick up speed, you know, you hear that underneath all my dialogue, so it's best if it's off. God knows how I managed to record Persona, because even with a noise gate, that thing is impossible to drown out. But yeah, no, it's very warm, and I'm in the mood for ice cream. Anyway, sorry for leaving you on hold, Octavian. I just got it. You've been asleep all this time, which explains the major case of bedhead you've got going. You know, if you haven't seen a friend in a while, it's a good idea to clean up a bit first, dude. You should get yourself over to the salon in the city and get that mop of yours put right. But what if I like the mop, Octavia? What if I like the mop? Sorry, we share a birthday. I shouldn't do that. But don't insult my hair. Those first 2 are warning shots. The third one will make you mad. Don't insult my hair. I like the bed hair. Maybe I'm alone in this assessment, but I like the bed hair style more than, like, you know, the regular styles. And it's nice. It's iconic, as the kids would say. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, random bit of life news. I'm gonna go see the hit rap artist Cupcake during the summer. If any of you were particularly interested in that life development. If you don't know who she is and you're like 13, you know, I've told you already, you'll search her up regardless. I am not culpable for your actions. I told you otherwise. There we are. And now I am covered against all the angry parents. It's like, please don't sue me. I'm like barely not a teenager. Yeah, I'm going to see her. It's like, I don't know. No, I said the word iconic, and that triggered my memory. It's like, yeah. I'm not going to say which gig I'm going to. All I'll say is, goddamn Ryanair, charge a lot to get to the US. Anyway, that aside, I think that's everything for this episode. Like, I've tried to keep it going as long as I can, but this episode mainly is in concept. It did mostly exist just to stall for time before we, you know, go about making the perfect town. I think this is it, honestly. Kind of a bit of a lackluster episode. You can kind of tell we were stalling for time for this one before we got into doing perfect town stuff, you know? But I think that's it. Next episode is the perfect town. And I think to mark the occasion, what more than engaging in an age-old tradition of standing in the hay thing, taking a photo, and saving it to the SD card. Actually, that's a good idea. Because we've always debated when we're going to go through all the photos I've taken on the SD card and like go through them for a video. I think honestly doing it when we get the golden watering can, the video after that I think would be a good one to do that for. Kind of lock that in now because I actually have a USB to SD card reader. I'm not sure if that came out right, but it's a USB. I stick my SD card, then it reads the thing. So I have the tools to actually read through them now. So, you know, It seems like it's not all that far away. Only you know, next episode and then 14 days afterward. And then we get to go through 6+ years of history, which is just a bit, ooh, it's like, oh, yeah, it feels weird. It feels weird to discuss, but it is how it is. So let's end this one, and then next time, it's perfect time. Or at least, we hope it is. So, if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It all helps out a bunch. It lets me know that you want to see more of this, and all that good stuff. Really, I know we've talked about it a lot this episode, but I genuinely do not have a decisive answer as to what the future of the series is going to be once we get the golden watering can. I know I want to make a few hybrid flowers, and I would like to get a silver or gold axe before the series ends. And maybe we do those other characters as just a nice side thing. But beyond that, I genuinely do not have a conclusive answer as for what the series holds. Because next episode is like, this was the beginning of the end, and next episode is the beginning of the end. You know, within, you know, the wider the end segment. So, I just want to say thank you. I know I said it literally just then, but the series has been going on 6 years, which is crazy. It's mental. It is asinine that this console has put up with my bullshit for long enough to get us to this point. And I just want to say, you know, we don't know what the future of the series will be, so we'll take my chance to say it now. I'm sure I'll say it to death or whatever finale I end up deciding to do. Thanks for tuning in these 6 years. This series was never all that well received when it first came out, and I did it purely because I enjoyed doing it, and I still continue to do it because I still enjoy doing it. So, thank you for tuning in. This series originally wasn't popular, but it was you guys that came in over time that have made it what it is. And I hope in these, you know, like, we're probably going to end this just shy of 200 episodes. Like, I hope that this run of episodes is something that has thoroughly entertained you guys over the years, and that whatever finale you end up doing is going to be satisfying. But I think we'll save the remainder of that conversation, at least the fleshed out version, for the actual finale. So we're going to end this one now. So if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It all helps out a bunch. It lets me know you want some more of this and all of that good stuff. And for potentially one of the final times ever in this series. Thanks for watching, guys. My name has been Neremik, and peace out.